Hey everyone, welcome to Reddit Readout. Today we are checking out Choosing Beggars. Story 1. In it for the money. Seen on my local mom's FB group today. Ugh. Thankfully many. Story 2. First time selling on eBay and this happens. Story 3. Why bother on Facebook? Story 4. God bless you, just kidding, F you. I do a bulk grocery run about once a month for non-perishables. As I was loading my purchases in my van, a man came up to me requesting money for food. I don't carry cash and told him as such. Instead, I offered him a box of 30 protein bars, asking if that was something he could eat. I figured they would be filling for a long time, wouldn't go bad, and wouldn't require any tools to open. He said yes, took the box, thanked me with God bless you, and walked away toward the store. At first I thought he was going to attempt to return the protein bars, common scam here, but he opened the box and started eating one. I thought to myself, wow, he must be hungry after all, and finished loading my groceries. However, this guy chucked the rest of the box on the ground next to a trash can and walked away. Geez man, if you didn't like or want them, at least give them back or give them to someone else. I ran over and grabbed the box. I was pretty angry at this point. Then I saw him approach another woman loading her purchases. Once again he started requesting money for food, with God bless you included. I yelled for her not to give him anything, and explained what he had just done with the food I had given him. That God bless you turned into a F you pretty dang fast. The other woman was pretty angry and started yelling at him to back off. The beggar left when a male employee heard the ruckus and started walking our way. I don't want to not help someone who is actually in need, but sometimes, people suck. Story 5. Soap Beggar. I think I finally have my own choosy beggar story, maybe, I'm honestly not sure. Saturday, August 19th, I was at a craft fair, selling my handmade crafts, soaps, lip balms, some jewelry, whatever, and it was a ridiculously hot day. By the hottest part of the day, the temperature was like 97 and the feels like was 117. Anyway, as I said, I make and sell handmade soap. 4 ounces bars for $5 or $6/bar, price changes based on number of bars. I have a small, handwritten sign next to my soap display that clearly reads $6/bar or 2 for $10. I say clearly because everyone who bought soap read the sign and knew exactly what it meant. This old lady, never seen her before, this is a show I go to often, wanders up and goes oh. $2 soap. And starts rummaging through my inventory, which is all very neatly stacked so it why she's rummaging. I quickly correct her pricing mistake and she scrunches up her face like I just spit in her mouth and ambles off. My husband, he helps at craft fairs, and I were wondering all day if the lady was drunk or an idiot or what. Story 6. Some asshole got mad at my 7-year-old brother for not giving free lemonade. This happened a few weeks ago, when it first started to get hot outside and there was a lot of people going for bike rides or walks. I decided to help him make some lemonade. We bought some lemonade and added ice to it and started selling. My brother was super happy about making money. I watched from the side. Some old guy saw the lemonade and said $1? That's crazy. I thought he was joking around and he just had a bad sense of humor. Turns out he was serious. He said he had 10 cents. My little brother was about to give him it until I stepped in. I told him that it's $1 or nothing. He kept on being an asshole and he kept on saying it's too expensive. He said that there was a lemonade stand near here that sold 2 for $1. My little brother said then go there. I started laughing but anyway that's it. Story 7. Why don't gas stations do more to run begets off? Had a run-in with one today at a gas station that wanted me to give her and her sister a ride, and when I said no, she proceeded to curse me out. I truly don't understand why gas stations let this slide. If I owned a gas station, I would have a no loitering policy and make sure it was 150% enforced. Story 8. Car dealership wants a $200 deposit to be put on a wait list to test drive and maybe buy a car. Title basically says it all. Wife wants a new car, we're shopping around. Can't speak for everywhere, especially after COVID, but getting a decent vehicle in my area isn't that hard if you look around. Wife checks out a dealer online, sees a few she would like to test out. She's flat out told that there's a $200 deposit to test drive and be put on a wait list for it. The explanation for why they need the $200 is muddled, to say the least. It isn't for insurance purposes. A valid license with a dealer is enough. It isn't a holding fee if we're buying it. It isn't even to pay for gas. Well, if they don't want us buying from them, mission accomplished. Story 9. Guy needs free lawyer to sue schools, police departments, charity orgs, etc. This is someone I know personally. He has threatened to sue literally anyone and everything. Obviously no lawyer has taken him up on this free offer. Story 10. Today in the local Buy Nothing group on Facebook, this lady looking for a husband. Story 11. A lesson for my 13-yo. My son is a city kid. He is familiar with navigating social cues from city PPL of all kinds. He also has a big heart and likes to do random acts of kindness if he has a few bucks to spare. Today we stopped in our local grocery store to grab a lazy dinner from their hot bar/deli, and there was a man asking for money at the door. Son offers to get him a sandwich if he comes pick one out. I didn't interfere, I let my son lead the way. Man decides he fancies a rack of ribs instead, grabs it from the hot bar and pushes it at my kid to hold. Son yelps because the container is piping hot. Then I notice his eyes get kinda big when he sees the price. This is when I stepped in, grabbed our food and the ribs and briskly walked to check out. I mumble to my son, "It's okay, I'll pay for this." The man hovers over us as we pay. Then asks if we could still give him a couple dollars too. His words, "I'm a grandfather, I'm not a bad person." My dear son says, "Enjoy your meal," and we both scurry away. Man heads back to front entrance and starts asking others for money while sucking down a whole rack of ribs. Watched my son process everything that just happened on the drive home. I hope he doesn't let things like this jade him, and that he will always have a charitable heart. Story 12. $1,500 month to be a full-time teacher, nanny and maid. Story 13. This guy thought I'm a appliance delivery service. I'm trying to basically give away a washer and dryer on offer up. $110 each. This guy hits me up and says he wants to buy them. Then he asks me if I can deliver them for $30. I originally wanted to say no, but $30 is $30. I told him that would be me bringing them to his driveway and pulling them off the truck. He then goes on to beg me to bring them inside and up to his second FLR, yet he would hook them up. I said no, I'm not an appliance guy, because I knew what I was getting into. The guy says no, that's okay. What a clown. Story 14. Please pay me to demolish my patio. Super easy, same as picking them up. Just come pay me to take them away. Story 15. You need to go rent a van, or how I learned to start saying no. In the distant past of 2009, I was a naive 19-year-old. I had just finished my first year of college, and was looking forward to all of the summer plans I had been making with friends, both new and old. Something I didn't immediately pick up on, but now remember very clearly, is that while most of the people I met in college could drive, most of my old high school pals could, or would, not. It became clearer and clearer as the days turned into weeks, turned into months. Meeting up with college friends? We'd simply meet somewhere, maybe someone might need a ride if their vehicle was in the shop. However, meeting up with high school friends? I had to drive around town picking them up. I'd get complaints about the order I picked them up, or suggestions that I should get rid of my reliable sedan and get some giant 7-seater SUV. The worst one of them all was a girl. She was pretty enough that I was sure I wasn't good enough for her. Low self-esteem back in the day, I'm better now, but she was insistent on spending time with me. She would often reward me for driving her, and her friends, around with small displays of affection, enough to keep me hooked. I didn't even notice how often she would suggest we change our plans. Sure, we could do that, but wouldn't it be more fun if we got the girls and went to this show? Oh, and can you pay for us all? I was naive, and I let it go on longer than I should have, canceling plans for her, going car shopping with her where she, of course, wanted me to buy something enormous and brand new that I could in no way afford. The first event that started to force my eyes open was a birthday party. I had the same birthday as another guy in the friend group, and he pitched the idea that we have a joint party. I was excited to agree to it. It would be the very first time I've ever had a birthday party. He set up the Facebook event and invited all our friends. He suggested a potluck-style event, and had people sign up with what they'd want to bring. Pack of soda, bucket of chicken, a big dish of someone's mom's mac and cheese. I agreed to bring the cake, and paper plates, napkins, and cups. I pick up the other birthday boy, we get to his church basement and set up. People start showing up, and they have nothing they agreed to bring. They'd come in, give him a gift, and then ask where the food was. My co-host pleads with me, please go pick up some stuff really quick, I'll pay you back with my next check, I swear. I start calling places and set out, returning in 30 minutes with 2 buckets of chicken and sides, a couple pizzas, and 2 family-sized Chinese entrees and fried and white rice. It turned into immediate complaints, you got X pizza when I like Y, you should have gotten chicken from this other place. Accusations rolled off their tongues, telling me I ruined his birthday party. I told them, it was my birthday too, my name is on the cake. The one person I'm still friends with went to the gift pile and sorted through it. 2 for me, 37 for the other guy. Of the 2 for me, one was from my friend, the other from the girl I'd been chauffeuring around. I left, feeling a mix of depressed and embarrassed. My relationship with that group of people became increasingly distant. Someone sent me screenshots from their group chats, agreeing I ruined the party by bringing the wrong food and making it about me. The only thing I was good for was being a shuttle. Angry, I asked the girl if that's all I was. A free ride. She insisted that of course I wasn't. She has me pick her up all the time because she likes spending time with me. But it wasn't long before she made the request. She wanted me to take her to the airport for an early flight, and she would need to be there at around 3 a.m. I asked if I was just taking her, she tells me yes. Her other friends are going to, but their parents or boyfriends were dropping them off. I pull up at the agreed upon time, and out of her door walks 7 girls in total, complete with luggage. She stomps up to me, and demands to know why I'm driving my sedan. I remind her she told me I was just taking her. She huffs that plans change, so I need to go rent a van real fast. She repeats to me, make it fast, you're embarrassing me right now in front of my friends. It was that moment where something finally clicked for me. I drove away, shut off my phone and went to bed. When I woke up, I had several angry text messages and voicemails, as well finding myself tagged in some very angry Facebook posts. They had ended up missing their flights. So I started deleting people, blocking numbers. I was starting to feel like a new man. It didn't take very long after that for people who were present at the disappointment of a birthday party to start sheepishly contacting me, trying to throw other people under the bus and play things off as a misunderstanding, all to ask me for rides or favors. My first few times saying no included excuses, work, school, family things. But pretty quickly I even dropped that. Only saying, no, sorry, I can't help. I started losing friends, eventually even deleted my accounts. It was a freeing experience. That's the story of how I learned to say no, and in doing so, excused myself from an entire friend group of choosing beggars for whom nothing I ever did was good enough. I apologize if this isn't choosing beggar Y enough to be here. Edit. Originally, I had every intention of replying to every comment. However, by the time I finish one reply with my idiot thumbs, there are 3 new. That's all for today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.